Today is Saturday, September the 14th. Today is the day that my mother passed away. Henrietta Freeman. She was born and raised in Greenwood, Mississippi. And she had me and my siblings. It was 14 of us. It is 14 of us. Well, it was 14 of us. One of our sisters died, so it made us 13 of us. Today's been a hard day, very difficult, a lot of mourning, a lot of emotion. It was sudden and unexpected. I'm here in Denver, Colorado, specifically Aurora, where I live, Aurora, Colorado. And I just need to get out the house and go for a walk because I was in deep reflection of my mother and my siblings, my father. And by her passing today, which is also my youngest brother's Aaron's wedding anniversary, she passed at 11 a.m. Chicago time, 12 noon my time here in Denver. Most of my siblings were with her at the hospital where she passed on, and I was looking over my life and the short time that I've been here and realized that, my mother grew up in a era in our American history that was very difficult and challenging for African Americans in this country. And her and my father lived through those times, and they did it with great vigor. They were very strong people, built for challenging times. They believed in God. They believed in God's purpose for man. They believed in the Holy Scriptures as guidelines wherewith man should live and live his life, raise his family, and serve the eternal Creator. I myself, 2013, seems like just a year of loss for me in so many areas of my life. And I'm not only in sorrow for my mother by her leaving, but I know she's in heaven. The Lord has called her home because the life she lived and how much she loved God, how much she loved and believed in the message of Messiah, Jesus, the Christ, and how she dedicated her life to the work of ministry, the ministry of reconciliation unto Christ Jesus. And that's how she raised us. I have lost no siblings, including myself. Of course, I'm sitting here talking to you. And my father died first in 2001, I believe. And 12 years later, my mother passes today. So I'm in great reflection. Today is a beautiful day in Denver after 2 to 3 days of biblical flooding and rainfall in Colorado. And now it's such a beautiful day. And on this beautiful day, I lost a beautiful mother. My family and I are in grief. We're grieving right now. And that was our last parent. I would say to those who have parents, if you have any type of relationship with them, or if you don't, but a reflection of you is the reflection of them. All that you are or have become may not be directly beneficial to what they have done for you in your life, but your essence of life itself comes from that parent. My words of wisdom to anybody who do have parents: love them with all the love you can muster to love them. They will not be with us long, no different than we will be with ours long. Life is a challenge, and there are obstacles in life that we have to endure to overcome, whether we want to or not. Life forces us to accept and deal with loss, for death is just as much as a part as of life. So this moment is very somber for me. I am in deep thought. I'm wishing that I was there with my siblings in support of the process of delivering my mother's body in splendor that represented her life. And I hope that I can be half the man that my mother wanted me to be, and definitely half of the man that my father was. So I just send this message out of encouragement to anyone who has deep love for their parents or siblings or anyone who you love. You never know when it is going to happen, when you'll lose that loved one. You never know what day that may be. Life can be beautiful on a day that you're not expecting something to happen, and then something happens. And then you have to go through the process of dealing with loss. Human life is not like material goods. Nothing is comparison to human life itself. Nothing that you have will ever replace human life. Human life cannot be replaced of that one individual. You can have a car that have been discontinued to be remade, but you cannot have a person to be remade. That person is unique, and they're one of a kind, and that person will never be again. So, if you have love in your heart for someone, always remember that, because we will not always be here with you. I love my mother with all my heart. I'm so grateful for her and my father having me and creating me together and giving me the strong building blocks to stand on my own 2 feet in a world that is very cruel but yet beautiful at the same time. So remember that. I love you, Freeman family. That is in Chicago, Illinois, and all of the Gadens, in whom my mother is a sibling of the Gaden family, all throughout Mississippi and all across the United States, and even across the world. So we love you, Mom, missionary Henrietta Freeman. This is your 7th son, or your 7th child, Philip Freeman. Until we meet again, I love you, Mom. And I long to see you soon. God bless everybody.